Hello, welcome back to the research sharing session with me, Dr. Aqilah Yaacob. So in today's topic, we will look at the recent topic related to influencer. So as you know, I'm sure most of you have social media platform and you have come across a lot of influencer. So today we will look at how the role of influencer credibility, the role of influencer interaction, as well as brand reputation on how it can influence Indonesian young adult online shopping purchase behavior. So as you know, there's a lot of companies out there that are fully utilizing influencer. But is it important to have a credible influencer? And is it important for this influencer to have an interaction with their followers? And is it important for the brand itself to have a reputable brand in the eyes of the consumer? Because in this research, we want to see if these variables, which is influencer credibility, influencer interaction, and brand reputation, whether it has a positive and significant relationship in how it can influence the purchase behavior of those young adults, especially in the context of young adults in Indonesia. So let's dive deeper into this topic. So in terms of research context and research gap, as we can see, there's a growth of online shopping. We are forced to be in the lockdown where we can't be outside to buy our stuff. So we are forced to go into shopping, online shopping. And before, we are so used to e-commerce platforms such as Lazada, Shopee, and so on. And especially during pandemic, we are more likely to shop online. And even post-pandemic now, we can see that this online shopping trending is not slowing down. Therefore, it is important for businesses to understand the online shopping behavior among their customers. Especially in this research, we look at the young adults because as you can see, the young generation, they are glued to their phone and they always on their social media. And on the social media, there are plenty of influencers trying to get their attention in selling some sort of different products and services. And now with the digital era, everything is being sold using social media. And as compared to the past, where we usually use the non-traditional marketing, such as using television, radio, posters, magazines, and so on. But now we are all shifting towards social media. And when we talk about social media, companies now is looking at hiring a lot of influencers and to promote their product, not only using the influencer, but also fully utilizing the social media. Okay, so in the past, when we talk about shopping behavior or shopping intention, we always talk about how other traditional marketing will have an influence. But now there should be more studies that look at other than all those traditional marketing, especially when it comes to developing countries such as Indonesia. Because as we can see, these developing countries, they are still behind as compared to the developed country in terms of using all those digital platforms, social media, and influencer. So because as we can see, most of the famous and influential influencers are coming from the West. But how about the influencer in the context of developing country? Okay, so in these studies, we want to look at the role of influencer credibility, whether this influencer should be credible, and the influencer interaction, the importance of the interaction between them and their followers and their viewers, and also the brand itself, whether it has to be reputable or not, and also how all of this is being used in the social media in order to influence online shopping behavior among these young adults in Indonesia. So to examine this variable, we have come up with this research framework, which hypothesis 1 will examine the influencer credibility, and the next hypothesis is influencer interaction, and lastly, the brand reputation itself. So how all of this can either have positive or negative relationship with online shopping behavior among young adults in Indonesia. So we carry a research by conducting quantitative studies, collecting questionnaire using the scale items derived from the existing literature. And we have completed around 150 questionnaires among the young adults in Indonesia. So surprisingly, when it comes to the findings, when we did the regression in this model, we can see a non-significant relationship when it comes to influencer interaction, because we thought in order to create this intention of buying a product or all this online shopping behavior, we have to somehow interact with the customers. But actually, in our finding, we did not find a positive or significant relationship between influencer interaction and online shopping behavior, meaning to say that it's not necessarily important for influencer to interact with the customers, because there are other things that influencer should be doing, because it might have relationship with online shopping behavior among the young adult customers. So for example, here, the positive and significant relationship is for influencer credibility and brand reputation, meaning to say that as an influencer, you have to be credible, means that customer need to be able to trust you when you are promoting a product. So the same thing, like businesses out there, they have to get influencer that is credible in the eyes of the customers, because some influencers, they might be famous, but they are not necessarily credible. But from these studies, it shows that influencer credibility have a positive and significant relationship with online shopping behavior. So it is important to have a credible influencer. And besides that, brand reputation have a strong beta of 0.4, meaning to say that it's not just focusing on influencer, but also to have a reputable brand itself. So companies should not just focus on having the right influencer that is credible, but work on their own brand first, making sure that their brand is reputable, because brand reputation has a significant relationship and positive relationship with online shopping behavior. So when it comes to young adults, they are looking at influencers that are credible and that brand that have a strong and favorable reputation. So what can we learn from this study, from these findings? So it is important for businesses out there, when they are using their social media, to really portray a good brand reputation. So they have to have a right logo, they have to project a positive image, they have to build their brand reputation, because in terms of reputation, it takes a long time for a company to build. Therefore, they have to always remain and making sure that they can be reputable and sustain their brand in the long term. And next, companies have to somehow invest in not only influencer, but this influencer need to be credible. So in terms of credibility, this influencer need to be able to show that they are expert, they know the products that they are promoting, they should be trustworthy. So because if customer feel that they can trust this influencer, means that they are portraying that they are credible and they need to be reliable. So all of this credibility, whatever that can form credibility of an influencer, the influencer need to work on that, and businesses have to find a credible influencer, because in these findings, it shows that it can influence online shopping behavior among young adults. And in terms of interaction, we found that there is no significant correlation between influencer interaction and online shopping behavior. So maybe less emphasis can be put in terms of interaction and bonding between influencer and potential customers, because maybe it's not necessarily that the influencer have to interact with the customer, because the customer might feel that there are lots of followers, there are a lot of viewers. It's not possible for influencer to interact one-to-one with each one of the viewers and consumers. Therefore, when you try to interact, there is no significant correlation with online shopping behavior among these young adults. But what companies should focus on is to hire a credible influencer and work on their brand reputation in order to get these young adults to purchase your products online. With that, I would like to end this presentation. Thank you so much for your time, and I will see you next time on a different topic in this knowledge sharing session. If you have any questions, please feel free to type in the chat box and we can discuss further. Thank you so much. Have a good day, everyone.